Hey everyone, I'm back with my second video, and I entitled it Witchcraft in Domestic Violence Shelters. I'm referring to specifically the Women's Center here in San Joaquin. They have numerous different programs, one of them being, domestic violence shelter. Basically, I'm gonna tell you what I've been experiencing here at one of their locations in Tracy. I am a DV victim. I won't really go into details about my situation, but I started out at the Dawn Center in Stockton. My abuser frequents, the downtown area, St. Mary's, so the Dawn Center is not that far away from that location. With that being said, as I was staying at the Dawn Center, I was en route to, attend a parenting class, which I do every week. On this certain day, I went to my parenting class, and my abuser showed up there and attacked me viciously. The advocate I was working with at Dawn House was notified by myself and my parenting instructor of what took place. Eventually, they moved me to the Tracy house. They moved me to the Serenity house in Tracy, because they felt like it would be safer for me there. Keep in mind, when I first went to the Dawn House, I informed them that my abuser was in the area that this safe house was located. But they seemed not to care up until I was attacked a few days later. So now I've been at the Serenity house about 30 days. And their program, I guess, is 30 days. You can stay there and be safe. You may get extensions, you may not. In my case, I was granted a 2-week extension. Now, my 2 weeks is up as of tomorrow. And, I have no family, I have no support. My abuser was the only support, I guess, for the last several years. And, I don't want to be abused anymore. I don't want to continue to have to go back to my abuser, for help, because there is none out here. So, with the Serenity house, the manager there, Stephanie, she knows my situation. I spoke with her one-on-one, and this morning, the advocate, there, did not take the time to help me call shelters, even though I've called every shelter on the list that they give you, when it's your time to exit. And of course, everyone's full. So they then tell me, the last resort is calling a taxi for me, providing a taxi for me to return to the Stockton family shelter. So the confusion comes in to me at this point. Why would you all return me to a shelter that my abuser resides in? Okay, because he's homeless and he lives at the Stockton shelter on the men's side. So why would you guys return me to a place where my abuser lives? Why would a DV shelter return an abuser back to abuse? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. I've been trying to seek help, for years. And these domestic violence shelters are a big scam. They claim to care. They have these websites and, all this extravagant you know, call for help and safe numbers, safe this, safe. They don't care about your safety. It's a spiritual war going on right now, and it's heavy. Thank God I'm on the receiving end. I'm on the good side. I'm a child of God. My frequency is very high. I guard my energy from these energy vampires that I know to reside in these shelter, you know, dwellings. At the Serenity house, right now, in the room that I am sleeping in, there are 4 beds empty. But yet they're making me leave tomorrow. And when I tell them repeatedly, I have nowhere to go, I've called all shelters in this area, you know, they tell me, well, we don't know. The last resort is to return you to the Stockton family shelter where my abuser resides. And shrugs their shoulders. They don't care. I'm going off of the higher power. I'm going off of the unseen. My guardian angels. That's all I have to go on. Day by day. I'm a positive person. I'm righteous. I have a heart. You know, and it's people, well, I should say entities out here that want to railroad and gang stalk me. No, they have been gang stalking me. Gaslighting me. Constantly trying to get a reaction from me. It's tragic. These domestic violence shelters are a big scam. The advocates that they have working there, they don't care. We are supposed to, well, they are supposed to instruct domestic violence classes weekly. They don't do it. The advocates go back and forth, laugh, and you know, and they laugh and you know, about the whole timing of these classes. They don't want to do it. I personally went into the office and, you know, asked the advocate on duty that day, you know, what time would the classes begin? And she looks at the other advocate, and the other advocate points at her and says, no, you do it, I'm leaving. You know, they're laughing back and forth. You know, and inside, you know, I think to myself, like, this is ridiculous. This is not how a domestic violence shelter is supposed to be ran. You're supposed to help the women and the children out here that need help. What side are they really on? Whose side are they really on? You know? The Serenity house. So when I can't seek help through the staff that's on duty, that, you know, overlooks the house 24/7, when I can't receive help from them, I know to go to, you know, the next person that's in charge. And I always do this in every situation that I encounter. So with me doing that, you know, I contact Stephanie, who's the program manager, and she's worse than the advocates. I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't violated any type of rules or any, you know, anything like that. So why isn't the program manager helping a victim of an organization that she manages? My question is, why would you return a victim back to their abuser? if you manage a safe house, you manage a domestic violence, organization. I don't understand that. I don't get it. So with that being said, they're going to make me go back to my abuser. They have rooms available now. And also I wanted to say, as I'm calling these other listings, these other DV shelters and homeless shelters in the nearby area, they're all full. But the location I'm at now, they're not full. So you're going to make me leave a safe place that you guys have more than enough room for me to stay? It's a bunch of bull crap. It's spiritual stuff going on. It's a war going on between the good and the bad. That's the bottom line. I like to walk by faith and not by sight. I like to go off what I feel and not what I see and what I can hear, because what I'm hearing is not making any sense. What I'm seeing is giving me confirmation that on the spiritual aspect, it's bigger, and that's what's ruling. Like I stated, I'm a child of God. That's why I'm always upbeat, happy, even though I'm going through hell. And these people that are evil are always down, grumpy. Even though they have a job and probably have a home to go home to, but yet they're still hurting. And they're mad, upset, envious of people like myself and others like me. Period. But I know it's only a journey I'm taking right now. I'm gaining lots of wisdom through this journey. And I decided to pick up my camera and start to document what I'm going through, because the Spirit told me to. I have no one, I have nothing. I have my children, but that's another story. What I can say is they're safe, they're progressing, and they're close by me. I feel like I'm going through this journey for a reason. But here in San Joaquin County, Stockton, Tracy, it's I'm just baffled. I don't even know what to say. I'm not even going to edit this video. I'm just going to go ahead and just upload it the way it is. Sorry if I sound like I'm ranting, but if anyone sees this, just take heed to it. The Women's Center out here in Stockton and Tracy is a scam. They're not what they promote. It's women that need help, children that need help. With me being spiritual, these houses have a bad energy inside them. People that run them, you can just tell, you can feel it. They have these cameras set up and these frequencies. It's just not, I don't feel comfortable there. In these last few weeks, I haven't felt comfortable. I'm not saying that I want to stay, because I don't want to stay there. However, they should at least help me with somewhere else to go. They don't have to just throw me out, but they are. Thank you for listening.